Okay, Sani Ahmed joins us now from Abuja. Good morning, sir. Okay, Adeka Dado, of course, from Mark Mentis Technical Advice is joining us first before Sani will join us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
So how is Mark Mentis preparing for this crucial qualifiers?
Yes, we started practice for the preparation just yesterday. The team have actually been preparing behind the scene as to how we can prosecute the championship in Cotonou.
Okay, for the players, the camp is the camp full now. The players started training and the coaching crew and all that. What are the things they're actually doing right now?
Yes, we are hoping that today we'll have a full house. We didn't have a full house yesterday. Remember that 5 of our players were part of the All-African Games camp competition, and a lot of them were in a very brief holiday. So we are hoping that by today we'll have a full house. We're not going to do anything quite different from what we did during the Nigerian League. It's just a continuation. We're just going to continue from where we had stopped and then see how it goes. We're actually going to take it one at a time.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to ask you, I don't know, does the rules allow you to register players, that were not on your books last season? I know the season has not started now. So are the rules flexible enough to allow you to take players maybe from other clubs, or you just have to stick with the ones you have?
Yes, we have. There's this clue. There's a clause that allows teams to pick up additional players from other clubs. But what we are planning to do in Mark Mentos is to stick to what we have and see how it goes, because we are also trying to use that to build into the season next year. Okay.
Let me ask you this. I know you're not a management person, but I have to throw this at you. Last year was a bitter pill for us because Kano players weren't able to travel after doing well at the qualifiers. How is Mark Mentos working to avoid such a scenario, playing itself out for Mark Mentos?
Yes, the management has. I haven't spoken with them yesterday. They are working really tirelessly. They are working hard to see how we can prosecute the championship. This is just to tell Nigerians that there is no cause to panic. We are going there to represent Nigeria. We'll be there, and remembering that Nigeria had the best we've had. I think in that championship was to come second. We try to see if we can make it one step up, and then see how we're doing the proper.
Okay, you seem very optimistic. So when will the team be traveling?
Yeah, we hope to travel on the 1st. We hope to go through Lagos, and we are also hoping that if all goes well, we should be in Cotonou on the 2nd.
Okay, that's just 2 days before the qualifiers start.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you, Channels. We appreciate. We'll do the best we can and make Nigeria proud. Thank you.
Definitely, that's what we expected.
That's what we want to hear.
Exactly.
Nigerians love listening to that.
Yeah.
And you see, there's nothing that makes a competition sweet like having a side to belong to.
Yeah.
And so, it gives you, even though you're not the key player, you're not on the courts, it gives you you have an emotional involvement in all of this. So I'm hoping that the Nigerian teams, there won't be any issues. They'll do well in the qualifiers and make us proud, give us something to rejoice about. And it's also going to give us reason to focus more on other sports and not focus just on football, having things to say about the other sports.
Okay. We'll still try to get Coach Sani Ahmed to talk to us on Kano Pillars preparations, because last year, talking about funding, they couldn't travel for the championship. We just want to find out if this season they will have enough money to actually travel.
If likely will not strike in the same place twice.
When you had champions, they were champions, they won the league last year and they couldn't even go for the continental trophy.
Really
so it tells you precisely. That's just it. It doesn't speak well at all. So see if this season they can travel. Though they are not Nigerian champions this time around. They finished second. So if they can travel, so definitely we should be able to tell us. Okay. Okay. He joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you this morning. So Kano Pillars, how prepared are the team for the continent?
You know, we just got the invitation letter, you know, from FIFA, so we have just started preparing.
Do we have the players in camp right now? And when are you going to call the players to camp if they are not in camp already?
They are all around. They came in yesterday.
Okay, last year, you know, you had issues of funding and all that, which wasn't really pretty for everyone. So this year, what are the plans?
Yeah, like I said, you know, sometimes when you know, we are a government team, you know, and the problem of bureaucracy of getting approvals from here and the letter came very late, just few days. I know the state government, they have to do council meetings to get approvals before they forward it to other places. So the time was very short. That was the reason that we couldn't get funded. And the second thing was that time there was, you know, all this issue of primaries, you know, election, and you know, Kano State Governor was at that time trying to be to run for the presidency. So his mind wasn't even, so nobody was trying to send him anything. So I think that was the problem we had. But I believe this time around, you know, we have never failed to go for the competition. You know, it was always that last year, and I believe we'll be ready.
So.
Okay. All right, Coach. Let me ask you, do you have any idea as to the opposition that you're going to face? Do you know them? Have you seen them? Or what do you know about the likely opposition that you're going to come across in the qualifiers?
Yeah, this competition Kano Pillars has been going for the last 5-6 years, you know. So virtually all the teams around the third zone 3, we know all ourselves, you know. So they are, you know, maybe you just get some few new faces, but not that there has got to be much changes.
Okay.
Mm. Well, you seem optimistic about the chances of Kano Pillars, but you know, we saw what happened at the championship that was held here. Kano Pillars didn't win that. How optimistic? I mean, what are the things, if I may put it that way, that you need to do differently, you know, perhaps to come out tops at the qualifiers?
Yeah, like I always said, Mark Mentos, Kano Pillars, they are great teams, you know. Any day they meet themselves, any other can win, depending on what you bring to the table, you know. And what happened this season, finally, they were ready, they wanted to win, and they really came on it, and they won, you know. Well, we have to put our axes together and try to do some corrections. We had issues, but nonetheless, you know, like you know, when we came into the final, we didn't even warm up. We just had to start because we had problem of transport and having go slow and all that. So but we'll be ready.
All right.
Okay, with the players you have, you know, are we going to see different players or some players actually joining the players that came second in the league?
Maybe there'll be 1 or 2 changes if possible, but up to now we have not seen that through.
Okay, you know, most of the Kano Pillars players were actually at the All-Africa Games. You, of course, were in charge of that team. I mean, how many changes are we going to see? And how are you going to work with the boys, of course, ensuring that they're not really too tired, you know, after playing that playing at the All-Africa Games?
In fact, Mark Mentos had more players on the team than Kano Pillars. So players have to be fit almost around the season. Only if you have injuries, that's when you have issues. And don't forget that since we came back, it has been almost a month or more after the All-Africa game, so they should have rested by now.
So there's no room to panic, right? So the players are definitely ready.
Yeah, definitely, except that if they come in, I don't know that they have picked some injuries somewhere.
Okay.
Definitely, you have to you know, do some sort of medical checks on them to find out definitely if they are free from injuries.
Thank you very much, Coach, for talking to us this morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care.
All right. Good luck.
All the best.
All right. Let's see how it all pans out at the qualifiers there. Good luck to Mark Mentis and, of course, Kano Pillars. Go out there and get the job done. It's still sports this morning now. Let's just go on this break, and definitely when we come back, the show will continue. Enjoy this from the qualifiers, talking about the African Nations Championship, or CHAN, Nigeria against Burkina Faso. And, of course, we have more on sports this morning.